Uh, just wanted to remind everyone that every day we're accelerating towards a higher plane. We're ascending, and galactic alignments and celestial events, things happening above us, are very much lined up. They are lined up. They very much indicate a higher or a grander, design or control. And so, like full moons, and I've mentioned that before. Their energy days, their energy, sequence of numbers that they empower themselves. So one of them is the 8th to the 8th, which is the Lion's Portal, which is a couple of days away. And when we have significant events like the Lion's Portal, usually it's for about 36 to 48 hours before and 36 to 48 hours after. So, and then the event itself is a 12 or 24 hour day, however you want to look at it. So, the whole thing probably goes for, 80, 90 hours from when you start to experience it to, maybe by the time the shifts happened and you can actually resonate with the frequencies and the changes that you've embodied. So I think one of the first major activations I ever had was a Lion's Portal, and that was back in, it might have been 2018, so it was like the 82018, so it's 3 8s, and it was off its head. Anyway, a couple of days we've got the Lion's Portal coming up, so I dare say that the changes in energy and whatnot are all due to that. Another thing that I just noticed, and I added it to the channel, is that the Lyran flagship, the Umamau, which is the ship that I was privileged to go on. That's why there's a whole collection on there. I'm just about to put up the story. I typed it up. I actually finished it. I typed it up months ago, but I actually reviewed it so that I can so I could actually put it up last night. And I haven't typed it up yet, and just flicking around in YouTube just before, it said Umamau's been spotted again one day ago with a whole bunch of other ships in our in Earth's orbit. So the Lyran and Palladium Collective up there, Arcturians up there. Things are really seriously going on, and for people like myself, chosen ones, we're copping massive energies and all kinds of what they'd like to believe are threats, their version of threats or whatever it is, which is, like I've explained, it's just it's fear, and fear doesn't exist. They're just they're overlays, they're complexes, they're thought patterns, and they're totally redundant. So they mean nothing. If you go searching, if you're in fear of something and you go searching for it, you'll find it doesn't exist. What you're looking for doesn't exist, because fear doesn't exist. So if there's a real threat, usually you're not afraid of it. You deal with it, and you'll see it come into your life, and you'll attend to it, and you'll remove it. Whereas the type of fear complexes and the false narratives that the whole world has been experiencing more and more and more, it's exactly that. It's just a test. It's just a test of how long you can hold a positive thought between your heart and your mind, and then emanate that energy back out as unconditional love. Transmute the energy. When we talk about alchemy, you talk about lead to gold. Well, real alchemy is it's energy. And so if somebody's really sad, and I have a way of coming up with some pretty quirky jokes. If someone's pretty sad, I'll try and get them to smile. That's It's just I don't actively do it. It's just what I do. I've always done that. If I come across someone's energy and they're sad, I try and if I know them, I know they've got a certain sense of humour or whatever, I'll straight away attend to that to try and get them to smile. And so if you can get somebody who's terribly sad to smile, right, that's actually true alchemy, because even further is to laugh. Because if you're really pissed off and upset and someone tells you a joke and you laugh, you can't remember what you were pissed. It takes you. It totally changes your whole chemical makeup. So somebody giving you a joke and you laughing, you forget about all that anger. You forget everything that you don't even know that a minute ago you were that upset. That is lead to gold. Share the love. Just make it a beautiful, better world for everyone.